tonight, and we are down to our final 8, and they are all terrific. And they're going to be on the show tonight versus each other. Each one will get 1 minute to make their case, followed by a 30-second rebuttal. And whoever wins will face another winner in the next round. And then whoever wins that will face each other for the final round of the night. And then whoever wins that will win the prize. There's $1,000 on the line, one winner. There's no splitting it as far as I'm concerned. If you guys want to have private Facebook conversations about it or something, so be it. But I'm writing out one check. It's going to one person. And that's the deal. It's up to the audience to vote on their favorites throughout the night. There's no way that I could choose between these people. They're all so terrific. And I'm sure they're going to be great in every debate. So it's up to you, the audience, to vote for who you like. There is a link for that below the video on YouTube. And if you just click on that, that will bring you right into the poll, where right now the question is, who's the better action star, Charlize Theron or Keanu Reeves? And I'm going to assume that you've all already voted on that very important question. So I'm going to close the poll for that right now. And we'll get into the actual debate. So our first debate of the night will be between Rick Harkness and Emily Mame Ford. So, hey, Rick. Hey, Emily.
Hey.
Shelly.
Welcome to the show. Thanks for doing this, and congrats on making it through multiple weeks to get here.
Thank you guys for the ad and everything. So, yeah, it's been a fun time.
All right, cool. So, Rick, you can choose whether you go first or second here. What do you think?
Second, ladies first.
Okay, so Emily, you can choose the category, and you can choose between love, death, sports, Keanu Reeves, and wild card.
Well, I'm going to stay on theme for the day and go with death.
Okay. All right. So your death question is, if you had to die by drowning, whose fate would you choose? The Queen of Siam, who drowned in view of many of her subjects, but no one saved her because they were forbidden from touching her, or the mayor of Betterton, Maryland, who in 1980 fell in her town's sewage tanks and drowned in 15 feet of waste. But there was no one there to witness it.
So no one tried to save her?
Yeah, I mean, in one case, somebody could have been saved, but in the other one, they couldn't, but it was in a sewage tank.
Yeah, all right, this is easy. I'm going to go with the first one, the one that died in view of everyone and no one saved them. Because first of all, if no one's trying to save me, I shouldn't be saved. I'm just going to start with that. I'm probably a shitty person. Like, everyone's excited that Trump has coronavirus, and I think that it's basically a metaphor for this exact thing. If everyone saw Trump, like falling somewhere, depending on the they would just allow it. They would be pumped about it, right? Yeah, and I also feel like sewage, I mean, maybe it's fun if you like that type of thing, but I'm gonna stay away from it, mainly because, like, if you guys have seen Futurama, I mean, it doesn't seem fun down there. I'm also, I want to, like, just have a couple limbs, not yeah, thanks. Back to you, Rick.
No, I think the obvious choice is choosing to drown in sewage, because if I have people around me and they don't try to help me, I think I'm an asshole, but I don't think I'm that much of an asshole. Like, come on, like, Trump has COVID-19. At least 20 people are at least checking on this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's 2 people taking his temperature. If you drown in front of a town full of people and they just watch eating popcorn, you fucked up so bad that they just like, nah, we need her to go. And we're going to look at it as entertainment. Like, no, like, even today, if Trump was to drown in front of people, there's still a few people that's going to be sad. They're going to go watch Prime, like The Boys episode just dropped today. So they're not going to watch. But if everyone watches you, that's not good. That's not good. No, I wanted to be a true, like, no one can really save me. And then, I drop in sewage and no one's around. I have solace that no one can save him because no one's around.
Apparently my opponent has never seen Game of Thrones. An entire show just about murder and people watching it and dragons. Yeah. And I also feel like if I was living in such a shitty community that people would want to kill me for being a bad person and watch it, I'd want to die. You know, I'd want to go out with a bang, like getting banged by rocks. Thinking of that, Rocky's behind me. Thanks.
I'm glad you brought up Game of Thrones because there's at least a few people that were terrible people. Joffrey, including Joffrey, who we all agree sucked. If he would have got cancer as a baby, I would not have cried. But he died at his wedding, and at least 5 people cried about that shit. That's how bad he was. You die in front of a whole town and no one cares? You sucked. But worse than Joffrey. Joffrey was trash. So yeah, die in front of Silwich with no one looking.
Time. All right. Great points all around. We started off on a little bit of a dark question, but it was about death. So what did you expect? There may be a Game of Thrones question on here later on. Ooh. And something to look forward to. I don't know if we might talk about Joffrey. We'll see. But the link is up right now in the comments on YouTube, so you can go in and vote right now for who you like, whether it's Emily or Rick. And in a minute, we'll get those votes tallied up, and we'll let you know who's moving on to the next round tonight. Okay. Can I take my headphones off so I can hear? Okay, I will take my headphones off. Can you guys still hear me? Were those the things?
Yeah.
You can. Okay, great. Hey, everyone. Keeping this going. All right. I'm gonna change the or close the polling right now so that we can see who won this first round. Here we go. And the votes are in for our first debate of the night between Emily and Rick. And our winner for this very first round is Rick Harkness, moving on to the next round. And he will face whoever wins this round right here between Danya Trommer and Owen Linders.
Woo! Let's do it.
And Owen had asked if people should unmute in the Zoom meeting. And yeah, if you want to, if you laugh during somebody's debate or something, I think that's good. It adds to the atmosphere. It's fun, So feel free to do that. So next up, Danya Trommer and Owen Linders. Hey, Danya. Hey, Owen. How's it going?
Hey. Fantastic.
Great. Thanks for joining us tonight. And congrats on making it through the previous 3 rounds to get here.
Thank you.
Danya, it will be up to you to choose whether you want to go first or second here.
I will go first.
First, okay. And you can pick from love, sports, Keanu Reeves, or wild card.
Let's go love. Let's go love.
All right. So your question is, would you rather have a lifetime of sex without love or a lifetime of love without sex?
Down there, I'm really just smooth like a Ken doll. Like I haven't really been experiencing sex at all yet. So I would rather fill my life with the love of another, You know what being cuddled feels like? It feels like 10,000 spiders just wrapping around you. And that's what I want, okay? I want spiders crawling on the skin, spiders of love, okay? And some people say, hey, you could have anal, okay, with your smooth Ken doll crotch. But you know what? I don't want that, okay? Because I'm not a slut, all right? What I am is just a person who loves getting hugged, I love getting cuddled, and I love engagement rings, okay? I love them. Not the wedding ring, just the engagement ring. All right. It's just going to be a long engagement full of love because.
Oh man, I'm so glad you have a position I don't agree with. This is going to be nuts. Buckle up. My fan of commitment opponent, Danya Trommer, who is dressed like a living vape cloud made of Pepto-Bismol, has such many. The idea of being cuddled and loved is such a wonderful embrace. I got to be honest with you. I prefer meaningless, routine sex with strangers. This is a man in a monogamous relationship with a wife in the other room, so I should be whispering. If I want sex, I want it to be involving Craigslist. I want there to be an app involved. I want it to be complicated and messy. What I love about having an open marriage is the fact that it's practice for being single again. Monogamy and monotony, they rhyme together. Again, just saying stuff I don't believe. Time.
I actually like to think I look more like if Timmy Turner was a lesbian, which he is. Get out there. But, you know, you can still have Craigslist and apps involved in love, okay? It's called being a cuckold, all right? I will watch my wife get railed, all right, in front of our children that we adopted because I can't have sex. But, you know, you can still get that love, baby, from those places.
I am deeply confused by my opponent's points, but the idea is I'm here to sire legions. That's right. I listened to the song by The Roots, The Seed 2.0, and made that my life's work. No one really listens to that song? Okay, the words are really fucked up, but it's got to beat. Anyway, listen, the idea of commitment is a nightmare. The reason you go to an insane asylum is because you're committed. That's right. You'd be crazy to settle down with just one lover when there's so many who want this orange juice. I'm so sorry.
All right. A lot of great points here. And as you know, there's no way that I could choose a winner here myself. So I'm going to need you, the audience, to go pick your favorite. So go into the description below the video. You can find the link to pickasidestupid.com/poll and vote for your favorite, whether it's Danya or Owen. And in the meantime, we have a little bit of trivia while we wait. So we can ask a question from one of the categories. And we do the trivia show on Thursday nights. So if you want to check that out, feel free. It's on the same channel on YouTube. So let's ask Rick Harkness this question. Rick, this is about the love category. So Whitney Houston spent 14 weeks at #1.
I have no experience.
Huh? She spent She spent 14 weeks at #1 on the Billboard chart with I Will Always Love You. Who wrote that song? Was it A, Whitney Houston, B, Prince, C, Dolly Parton, or D, Weird Al Yankovic?
Seen as just from the little documentary / movie I saw about Bobby Brown on BET a few years ago, I think at this point in time when Whitney Houston was dating him, she wasn't, you know what I'm saying, in the right type of mind. So I'm going to say Weird Al Yankovic. He has a lot of Grammy-winning albums, and I'm pretty sure he's a ghostwriter for a lot of people. I would not be surprised that he wrote this song for Whitney Houston. I've heard a few of his songs. Surprisingly, my man has good lyrics. He knows what's going on, and he has some bangers out there. I wouldn't be surprised if he like slipped some shit under the door when Bobby and Whitney were having one of their nights, and then the shit just like slipped her mind, and then she said, like, "Yo, that's my song." I wouldn't mind it. If it was Weird Al Yankovic, I don't think he would mind neither. That would be a great story and a great ego boost coming from someone with low self-esteem. That's what I would do. So yeah, Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, well, you know, that's a great answer and great reasoning behind it, but the correct answer is actually Dolly Parton wrote that song.
Is that Wikipedia like certified or no? Like, cause I'm take your word for it. So yeah,
I'm sure you can find that information on Wikipedia. However, Sarah has all of the information on Dolly Parton that I would ever need to know, so I don't need Wikipedia for that. So
Okay, I trust.
but I
that.
do like the idea of it kind of working the other way around, where other people were like parodying Weird Al's song, like maybe Weird Al, and Whitney was like, I know how to spin this thing to make it.
That's what I think it is. Yeah.
All right, so the votes are in for this debate, and our winner this round is Danya Trommer.
Oh, congratulations.
Sorry. Thank you.
So great debate. Both of you are very funny, and I'm excited to see this next one as well. So next up, we have James Sheehan and Tyler Tuttle. So, hey, James. Hey, Tyler.
Hello, Sean.
Hi, Sean.
Thanks for doing the show, and congrats on making it through multiple weeks to get here. It's great to see you, and it will be up to James to decide whether he wants to go first or second here.
Ooh, I'll go first, Sean.
Okay. So you can choose between sports, Keanu Reeves, and wild card.
Let's go with sports, please.
Sports. Okay. Your sports question is, okay. Now, if we're imagining that you're doing this right now and you have no time for training whatsoever, it's not like you're like, oh, give me a month and I can train, but you're doing this right now.
Exactly.
Would you rather run a marathon or go 3 rounds in the octagon with an MMA fighter?
Oh, it's got to be 3 rounds in the octagon with the MMA fighter because, listen, I have a really weak bladder. I don't talk to a lot of people about this. I can't make it 2 or 3 miles out of my house without having to turn around. So at least if I'm in an octagon, I know that I get like nervous when I do sports stuff. At least I know that there's like a bathroom and an exit. It's all super private. And at least like in a marathon, it's just me in an octagon. Like I could still win. Like, the guy doesn't have to be good. I'm not running I ran a half marathon once. It was a one-way route. I ran it with my brother and he lapped me. Think about that. Time.
All right. So I'm not succeeding at either an octagon or a marathon. You could see, the audience would know that if they could see below my shoulders. But what you can do in a marathon that you can't do in an octagon is cheat. All right? There's a million fucking eyes on you in an octagon. There's like a whole circle of people being like, that's what that guy's doing, getting punched in the nose right now. You know who watches a marathon? Fucking nobody. They'll watch the beginning, they'll watch the end. You know what you do in the middle? You ride a moped. You come in last, no one cares. It's beautiful. All right? You know why your brother laughed you? Because you didn't cheat. Cheaters always win, and winners never. Barry Bonds hit so many home runs, no one cared. No one cared. He was shooting up. I'm going to Barry Bonds it. I'm going to shoot up a bunch of steroids. It's a marathon. Who gives a shit? And I'm still going to come in last. But I'm going to be a hulked out last place cheater because that is.
Oh, is that it?
I heard the time.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so listen, no, you don't have to cheat in an octagon, but what you can do, because you're in an octagon, is you can use math to win. Because as long as you just utilize the effective in the 135-degree angles, I mean, once you start throwing those numbers out, these people have just been trained to punch. And once you start throwing like any sort of angles or tangents, their brain just melts and they could be on the floor and, I could win. And then I'm just running straight to the bathroom. Again, very weak bladder.
All right. So you're telling me to do MMA, I have to both get punched in the nose and do math? How about fuck all the way off? I'm going to cheat. I'm going to do no math. My nose is going to remain unpummeled. And I'm going to show up covered in sweat from the quarter of a mile of a marathon I did complete. And you know what? People are going to call me an inspiration. They're going to be like, look at that fat boy. He ran a marathon. I could run a marathon. There's going to be little kids running marathons because I'm a success story.
All right. A lot of great points here, but again, there's no way that I could choose somebody. So it's up to you, the audience, to vote. Go into the Pick a Side Stupid poll right now and vote for your favorite, whether it's Tyler or James. And in the meantime, I have a trivia question here for Danya. So Danya, this is another trivia question from the love category. So the question is, which one of these creatures tend to be monogamous? And your options are A, walruses. Walruses, is that the plural form?
Walrus.
Walrus.
Walrus?
B, spotted hyena. C, ants. Or D, termites.
Well, I know walruses fuck hard. Like that's, I'm pretty sure. Like I don't think that's a monogamous animal. You know, termites. You know, going back on my previous point of liking commitment, fuck commitment. Termites are narcs and therefore are in monogamous relationships. There we go.
Wow. Actually, you are correct. Termites are,
yes.
do tend to be monogamous, which is, I found surprising. I didn't realize that. And some of them live to be like 50 years old, which is also pretty crazy to just like think of a termite being like, I should probably get a Corvette, right? And all right. So the votes are in, and our winner this round is we have a tie, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
33 votes to 33 votes.
So we both get $1,000.
We both get $1,000.
We did it.
Sorry, everybody else.
Yeah. It's done. That's such a bummer for the rest of the room besides me and James. America's favorites.
Well, I don't know how to handle this except for to maybe move on to the next round and then ask you guys another question in a minute and see if there's
like an overtime. I want to see like an overtime, like a 15 seconds each or some shit.
Oh, that's a good idea. Like
we use our phone cameras. We meet in the middle, and it's a fight. You know, 30 seconds.
Jesus,
you know,
it's half marathon, half MMA.
I'm not.
I don't know how to handle this, but definitely.
What's the rule book say?
Joke off.
Oh boy, we have to go. Oh, it's Air Bud. It's like we have to go to the rule book.
What we need now is we need you two to both do 25 minutes of stand-up comedy on the Zoom call, and then we'll have people vote.
If you insist.
Read your latest tweet.
I do go for that option. Yes.
Whoever's latest tweet is funnier.
Well, I don't want that at all. My latest tweet is just telling someone who owns my cat, my roommate's cat, really.
Somebody said that they were trying to vote and were not able to.
Oh, that's my friend. I'm not just saying that.
Listen, I
have the Facebook
I'm just saying conspiracy theory.
I've opened the voting back up. So
that sounds like voter suppression, Sean.
I've opened the voting back up, and I want people to vote exactly as they would have. And if it comes back 34 to 33, then we'll know that that is true and that it was your friend. And yeah, we're doing a revote. Blaine Perry says do a revote. And that's what we're doing right now. I've just opened the voting back up. So just go into the poll and vote. And, don't vote opposite because we'll still end up with 33 to 33. So don't just try to fix the problem by voting the other person. Vote your conscience. Vote who you thought was most entertaining. Vote for the best debater. I think they're both great. And I'm going to give this about 10 more seconds. And hopefully all the votes are in by then. And it'd be great if it was still tied, but with less votes.
Yeah.
Now it's just 1-1.
Me and James.
It's it's 0 to 1. One of us forgot to vote.
Oh, shit. I'll use
All
this time
right.
to...
So the votes are in. It
Damn
is.
it, my friend voted for no, he didn't vote.
It has changed.
Your friend came in to vote against you.
That's not a good friend.
I'm gonna fight him in the octagon.
Thank God I have no friends, so I can't feel betrayed right now.
Tyler
boy.
gained 3 votes and James lost 2 votes.
I'm pretty sure my parents went to bed.
I don't know what happened in the meantime that 2 people turned on James, but it looks like our winner this round is Tyler Tuttle. Moving on.
It's 2 of James' friends have been converted. I'm very sorry. I have 2 friends now.
This
There's a lot of comments on YouTube. They people want you to squat. Can both of you try and do 33 squats? And we'll just.
Oh, I doubt I could do 5 to 10. I'm incredibly out of shape. I do have a juicy ass though, so I could squat. I've worked very hard.
So people are asking, how do you vote? And the answer to that is right below the video in the comments section or in the description of the video. There's a link that says pickasidestupid.com #poll. You click on that. That will bring you to the place that you can vote. And there will be 2 names up there. Right now, it's probably saying waiting on host because there's not a match going on right now. But there will be during the match when you're voting. There'll be 2 names on there. When you click the one that you like best, it will turn green. And you just leave it like that until we collect the votes. And we will count your vote. And that's how you do it. All right. So our next matchup is between Shelley Gruenberg and Pete Moe. So Shelley, you get to choose whether you go first or second here.
I'll go second, please, Sean.
All right. So you can choose between, let's see, what categories do we have left? Keanu Reeves and wild card.
All right, I'm gonna go wild card here, Sean.
Okay. So your wild card question, and it is a Game of Thrones question.
Oh.
So, yeah. Did you not watch the show? You seem less than enthused about it.
No, but I'm good at talking shit about things that I've never seen. So.
And Shelly, you haven't watched the show either?
I have never seen the show either yet.
We could do Keanu if that's cool.
Oh no, you've made your
Okay,
bet.
all right. This is great. This is great.
I've seen the show.
You're getting the wild card question. So this is a Game of Thrones question. And your question is, would you rather someone sneak poison into your son's food at his wedding, or someone sneak your dead sons into your food and then reveal it moments after you start eating?
Well, I would say that the second one is better just because I'm eating. The first one is a wedding though, so there's probably food, but I feel like in this scenario, I didn't get really to enjoy the meal yet. So I'm really working with the second choice here. I'd rather be fed my sons. First of all, high in protein. Second of all, we haven't really covered the scenario here, but maybe I was the one that killed them because I enjoy the taste of their flesh. And I could have requested this, possibly, maybe in like a chicken salad type form with some pepitas and craisins. I like a half mayo, half yogurt blend when I'm making my son salad. And maybe on a nice 10-grain wheat. This sounds delicious. And congrats on the wedded couple.
I would rather someone feed my son poison at his wedding because he should not be hanging out with anyone but me, and he deserves it. Also, it would kill both of us because I will chew all of his food and spit it into his mouth like a baby bird. That's right. My son's not going to choke. My son's gonna get poisoned. Also, yogurt is super yucky, Pete. Any food where the first ingredient is bacteria, super nasty. Time.
Okay, so you're anti-bacteria but pro-poison. That doesn't sound very sustainable for anyone involved. In fact, if bacteria wasn't safe, then why would I be eating my son's flesh? And thriving, delicious. Time.
If bacteria is safe, Pete, why do I have a UTI right now?
Yeah.
Would love to know. Time.
All right. Well, a lot of good points here. And as you all know, there's no way that I could choose a winner on my own here. So go into the poll at pickasidestupid.com/#/poll and vote for who you think won that one, whether it's Shelly or Pete. Both had very compelling points about this Game of Thrones episode, which they did not know anything about. The sons were baked into a pie, in case you were wondering. Pete, that's one of the best ways to hide sun flesh is to put it into a pie. Not salads, it's a little bit more obvious. So,
How was the crust? Was it a nice flaky golden brown?
yeah, I mean, he looked like he was really enjoying the pie before he realized what it was. It was really a delicious moment for Game of Thrones, in fact. But while people
that happened in Game of Thrones?
What's that?
That happened in Game of Thrones?
Yeah, that happened in Game of Thrones.
That literally happened in Titus Andronicus. I don't mean to say that George R.R. Martin, but that exact thing happened in that's
put it out there.
Yeah.
Have the guts.
I think there was also an episode of The Office where that happened.
I'll tell you what.
And he likes pie. I remember that episode. It's crazy.
Owen, since we got you here, I have a question for you. We have a trivia question. It's from the death category, and you're an artist, so I'll ask you this question about a famous artist.
Sure.
This is what was famous artist Raphael's last word before dying? Was it A, happy, B, sad, C, selfie, or D, cowabunga?
Yeah. I feel like his last words were something along the lines of like, it's pronounced Raphael. Or like, whatever you do, don't portray me as a turtle that likes pizza. I'm actually Dutch, not Italian. I desperately need you to repeat those because I was actually just trying to think of something quippy to say to you and it completely ignored what you asked.
Sure. Okay. What was his last word before dying? One word. Was it happy, sad, selfie, or cowabunga?
Just the word. Okay. So, I mean, he's an artist. I'm going to go happy. He's just going to say the word happy on his way out. I think.
Yeah, that's correct. His final word was happy.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah. So
he thought he was the famous one when he died, not all the other dudes.
Okay, so our results are in from this matchup, and our winner this round is Shelley Gruenberg. Moving on to the next round.
Before I depart, can I know the story of that used toilet paper roll behind you, Sean? What was being
behind me? Oh, this is just. It's
Man, that was an optical illusion. I'm
That was
gonna
a
go get my eyes
magic
checked with these.
But it's good to know that
that.
that's what everybody thought was behind me this whole time they've been watching this. Is just I just have like toilet paper. We're painting inside this house, so we've moved a lot of things into this room, and also that paper. You know, we use rolls of paper to like lie on the floor so that we don't get paint on the floor. That's it.
Cool.
That's the answer. All right, cool. Heading on to round 2. So there's 4 debaters left, 4 comics left, and our first matchup of this round will be Danya Trommer and Rick Harkness. So, Danya, would you like to go first or second here?
Mute. I'll go first. Hi. Hey.
Okay.
What's up?
You're going first. So the only category that we haven't covered yet is Keanu Reeves. However, we are in the second round, so it's completely open. You can go with love, death, sports, Keanu Reeves, or wild card.
I mean, like, I'm a sucker for death, so let's do that.
Okay, great. So your death question is which person had the better last words before their execution? Was it James W. Rogers, who, when asked if he had any last requests as he stood before a firing squad, replied, "Yes, bring me a bulletproof vest"? Or John Arthur Spenkelink, who said from the electric chair, quote, "Capital punishment means those without capital get the punishment"?
Okay, so like the second one's like a pretty political statement, but at the same time, his last name is Speckalink. So like, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with the second one because you know what, as a person who's, you know what, I'm not gonna make the statement that I'm pro capital punishment. I'm gonna retract that real quick. But as a person who's pro people with the last name Speckalink, I think it's really important that we listen to their last words, especially you know what his crime was. Okay, you know what his crime was. Poisoning like 20 babies. All right, you know what? Okay, like really, like should you be getting killed for that? I don't think so. Okay, there's no the death penalty. You know what he should be doing? Okay, he should be getting poisoned by babies. All right, but it's enough immunity that it keeps happening. It's kind of like a Greek tragedy situation where he's just constantly tortured. It's like a Greek hell. Whole thing going on there, you know, just getting poisoned by babies instead of all the hell.
No, I'm definitely both of these. I think we both fell in to realize what was happening for both of these guys in their last moment. They were both trying to tell jokes. The second one, he bombed. So I'm gonna be the first guy. Yeah, in front of a firing squad, bringing me a bulletproof vest. That's kind of solid gold jokes. Right before that, like most people be pissing their pants, be crying for their mother and everything. He's trying to get off a fire joke. We've all been in an open mic. We've all been under the gun. We all know what that pressure is. And he was under the immense pressure and he fired off a great joke, good punchline and timing. Come on. We're not going to fault that. And then the other guy was trying to do something poignant or whatever. My guy, listen, if that's what you were going to say at your last time in words, I'm definitely going to double down and kill you if I'm the executioner. So no, the first guy, he deserved to be let off. So I want to tell a fire joke. And obviously, good job on the bowl light there. But yeah, obviously, I want to go off with a good joke and be remembered for that.
Well, if he, you know, even if it was a great joke, you know, if he got a bulletproof vest, he'd still be dead. All right. There's a lot of bullets and guns. Okay. And most of them aren't going for the chest. You have a lot of extremities. All right. And you know what? I don't think we should let people who like comedy live. Okay. And I don't think we should let them try and make jokes.
Wait a minute.
So, yeah, no, you heard me. Okay. And that's across the board. All right. Any person who makes a joke should die. My guy was trying to make a statement, not a joke. Okay. So better words.
No. Let me amend your statement. Anyone who tries to make a political statement and then it doesn't work, and then they say, "Oh, I was joking," they should die. Everyone else who makes jokes and it works, leave them the fuck alone. That guy made a fire joke. I'm pretty sure on the firing squad, 3 of the 10 laughed. Hell yeah, the 3 of the 10 laughed, yo. I think one of them didn't even fire. I think one of them was like, on principle, he made me laugh. I'm gonna leave him alone. Like, yeah, so no, we're not gonna do that. Don't disrespect us on like that. Come on.
Time. All right. Well, there's a lot of good points, and it's up to you, the audience, to vote for your favorite here. So go into the poll in the description below the video. You can find where it says pickasidestupid.com #poll, and click on that. They'll bring you where you can vote, and you can pick either Donya or Rick. When you click on it, it will turn green. That will mean that once we close the poll, that's who you're voting for, and that's who will get your vote. So if it turns green, that means that it's working. And while we're waiting for the votes to roll in, hey, let's do another really dark question here. How about Emily Mame Ford? Can you answer this question for me? This is a death question, and it is Johnny Ace was an R&B singer who died in 1954 while playing with a pistol during a break at a concert. What were his final words? Was it A, it's not even loaded, B, citizens arrest, C, this crowd sucks, or D, I'll show you that it won't shoot?
It was hard to hear all the answers because all I could think is whip it good. Pistol. But I think probably this won't shoot. I feel like he was just trying to like play a prank on everyone and then he died. I feel like a lot of people do that. It's just they think it's a joke and then they die,
Yeah, that old April Fool's prank where we all pull guns on each other, and you are correct. The answer was D, I'll show you that it won't shoot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I actually am from New Hampshire, so I feel like that's pretty much what we did growing up. So.
Yep. All right. Well, let's see how everybody voted this round between Danya and Rick, and who will be moving on to our finals tonight to face the other winner. So our winner this round is Danya Trommer. She'll be moving on to the finals, to our final round of the night, to face whoever wins this round right here between Shelley Gruenberg and Tyler Tuttle. Hey, Shelly and Tyler. Welcome to our second to last round of the night. It'll be up to Shelly to decide whether she wants to go first or second.
I'll go second, please, Sean.
Okay. So let's see. Tyler, you can pick between, let's see. What did we just do? Did we do
We just
death?
did.
Is that what we did?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can pick between love, sports, Keanu Reeves, and wild card.
I think I'll take wild card. Thank you, Sean.
Okay. So your wild card question, and this was from our horror movies episode. This was one of the questions that was asked during our horror movies episode.
Scary.
And the question is it more acceptable to wear your victim's face after killing them if they were very pretty or if they were an organ donor?
Well, I want to know what it's like to be pretty. And I'm not sure I'm going to get there unless I wear someone else's face. All right. I am already an organ donor and wearing the face of an organ donor. Hashtag been there, done that. You know what I haven't done? Worn a beautiful person's face. Maybe I could I don't know, get some hair plugs and maybe a cosmetic or two, some eyeshadow, get rid of these. But I don't want to put the work in. You know what sounds easier? Just wearing another face. I can probably find it on the Facebook Marketplace. That place is sketchy AF. I don't have to get the face myself. I don't want to get the face myself. I faint at my own blood. But if someone gives me a pretty face to wear, yeah, that is my preferred method of face wearing. Not some organ donor. I donate organs. I don't want to wear this one if I have choices. Thank you.
As a 6, I think I would keep the face I have. I am also an organ donor, not on principle, but because I wanted a heart on my driver's license. Very cute. I would pick the organ donor's face because it's what he would have wanted. Am I assuming it's a man? Yes. Is that not progressive? Also, yes. But I think you'll agree with me. Time.
I shudder to think of my number if that is where 6 is set. The issue, the organ donor, what if I imagine a poor burn victim child sitting there faceless because my selfish ass took some organ donor's face. All right. There's some little 6-year-old Timothy who gives a fuck out in Idaho who needs a new face, and I'm not going to take that. I'm going to outsource my face needs, whether it be through the black market.
If I lived in Idaho, I wouldn't even want a face. Oh my God.
All right. A lot of good points here. However, there's no way that I could choose a winner on my own. So I'm going to need your help. Go into the pickasidestupid.com/poll website. The link is in the description below this video. And click on who you want to vote for, whether it's Shelly or Tyler. And while the votes are rolling in, we can ask another important trivia question of James Sheehan. Hey, James, how's it going?
Good, Sean. How are you?
Good. Let me ask you a Keanu Reeves question, because we haven't talked about Keanu Reeves enough tonight. Okay, so Keanu Reeves was a bass guitarist in a band by this name. Was it A, Dogstar, B, Cat Moon, C, Gerbil Galaxy, or D, Puppy Universe?
I want it to be all of those. I want that to be a lineup at like some shitty bar in Providence on a Thursday, just all at the same time. Oh man. What's the cat one again? That sounds like a shirt I already have. Cat Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's pick that one. I don't even remember any of the other ones. They're all just so lighthearted, man.
You have the Harvest Moon, the Blue Moon, and the Cat Moon,
Yeah, the Cat Moon. The Cat Moon comes out when my neighbor's cat downstairs is a jerk and tries scratching me when I have to do my laundry. Because
that's when the Cat Moon happens.
So
my
neighbors shut the door. So
I'm sorry to say that is not the correct answer. The correct answer is Dogstar, which
Dogstar?
Dogstar. That was the band that he was bass guitarist in. I also kind of wanted it to be Puppy Universe because that just sounds like, a fun time.
I think James is in the band Skeleton Trombone, if his background is anything.
Yeah, Mr. Skeletal is the front man. We play Mambo Number Honk. That's our number one hit.
Oh, boo.
Search it on YouTube. It's a real song. We'll listen to it after the show.
I don't know if that's better
don't
or worse.
threaten me with a good time.
All right, the votes are in, and moving on to our final debate of the night is Shelley Gruenberg. Shelley Gruenberg moving on to face Danya Trommer. So, great matchup we've got here for our final debate. Two of our favorites, and I know everybody on YouTube right now is thinking the same thing. Two of our favorites here, Pick a Side Stupid and in the group. And we had some great debates at Maggie's with these two and at the Comedy Studio. And it's great to have you both here as our finalists tonight on the show. So it's going to be up to Shelly to decide whether she wants to go first or second here.
I will go second once again, please.
Okay. And we did Death and Wild Card, right? So, Donya, you can pick from love, sports, or Keanu Reeves.
I think I'm gonna go love again.
Love, okay. So, your question is, your ex rebounds with your best friend and they get married. They have the audacity to invite you to the wedding. So do you refuse altogether or go and try to sabotage the wedding?
As a person who has peed their pants at a wedding, I think sabotaging a wedding is more fun. Watching the disappointed look on everybody's faces when you are down there on the floor, soiled pants, saying, why wasn't it me? I think that's a really fun time to go through. Okay. Also, if I go to the wedding, chances are, if it's my ex, it's gonna be on a fucking beach because he's tacky as shit. So I'll be going to a beach. I'll be peeing my pants. Okay. I'll be getting probably some tilapia. Very into tilapia. Okay. Bottomless screwdrivers. Necessary at a wedding. Okay. I think sabotage is more fun. Will I Phantom of the Opera it and use a chandelier somewhere in there? Yes. Time. At the beach, bitch. Time. Sorry.
I would simply refuse to go altogether because she can fucking have him. Oh my goodness. He had crumbs in his bed. He smells real bad. He told me I look like Miss Piggy. He didn't tell me directly. I asked him, which Muppet would you sleep with? And he said, you already know the answer. And the implication is clear. If I have to go to that wedding, it means that's just 10 more minutes that I have to look at the stick and poke of a turd on his arm. Not something I want to do. And he would be wearing short sleeves.
You know what? I want my dirtbag ex back, okay? Because he always kept wet wipes in the bathroom. And I need those, okay? I got a real gentle anus. And so someone that's just, he may tell me that, I suck, or that, maybe I shouldn't get drunk every night. But you know what? Okay, I had the softest anus ever when I was dating my ex. So I think it'll work out in the end. Time.
Donya, find someone who will treat your gentle anus right. Do not be going to some ex's wedding. Leave that scrub. You know what? I just want to say what an epic win these finals are for feminism.
All right, so many good points here, but as everybody knows, there's no way that I could choose. So head into the Pick a Side Stupid poll right now and vote for your favorite. The link is in the description below the video. You'll see where it says pickasidestupid.com/poll, and you can vote for either Donya or Shelly right now. If you click on the name that you want to vote for, it will turn green. Once it turns green, you'll know that you've put your vote in. And once we close the poll, that person will receive your vote. This is the final debate of the night. So if you've been sitting here watching this the entire time and you haven't cast one vote, this is the time to do it. Every vote counts. As we saw earlier tonight when we had an exact tie, and then I got very flustered and didn't know what to do about it. So please vote, every single one of you. And while you guys are voting, let's look at the comments here. And Ty Monroe says, great finals. And I agree with that. That was a great finals round right there. Joe Polana says, meep to the meep. And I don't understand what he's saying, but probably, is it a Muppets reference? Because of Shelly? Okay, I got it. Rachel Dunbar's here. Cool. Ethan Diamond, what's up, man? How's it going? Katie Dungar. I'm just saying hi to people now while people are voting. May Keith, always great. What's up, May? Tyler Derniak is probably watching this, just eating a jar of mayo right now. Some people put some popcorn in the microwave. Not Tyler. He throws some mayo in the microwave and then eats it. That's what Derniak does. All right.
Mom prepared it for him as well, like in a bowl.
All right. Let's close the poll right now and see how people voted and who's going to be our champion for the night and for the month and take home the prize. There are a lot of people voting at this moment, and the results are in. And in a close one, our winner is Danya Trommer. Danya has won our September into October tournament. She'll be receiving a $1,000 cash prize. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all for debating. And Donya, thank you for playing. Do you have anything to say? Any final words?
Whoever wants Muppet merch, it's on me, baby. Yeah. I'm also gonna pay my utilities, which are $1,000. So that works.
All right. Well, this has been a really fun ride, and thank you all 8 people that were on tonight. It was awesome to have you on the show all month and to see you make it all the way here. You're all so great. And thanks so much to everybody that was watching and voting tonight. All right. I love you all. Good night.